young and old, same opportunities that we men abrogate to ourselves. And we men believe is our right. If we give the same opportunities to our ladies and allowed them to excel, Kenya will become a totally developed nation within half the time we are anticipating it to be. So, start early in practice, in words and deeds, to look at your sisters as your equals, as people who will play a major role in this nation, and give them all the support you can, you young men. There is nothing ladies cannot do what we do. In fact, they do more. Because they look after homes, bring up babies, and still contribute to the budgets in the house. I believe in Kenyans. I'm one of you. And I totally believe you don't have to have come from a wealthy home to succeed. The converse, I think, is even true. If you came from a very poor home like I did, you struggle, you focus, you have no opportunity to be spoiled by anybody. And you find yourself believing in yourself. Whereas the wealthy ones might believe in the power, the wealth of their parents. That in your home, you are the most privileged by going to school. Your father may never have gone to school. Neither is your mother. Neither could they afford to pay for you to go to school. But all of a sudden, with your own effort, you found yourself among these lucky people here. I can also tell you, there are very many Kenyans who would like to be where you are. Please don't waste it. Focus in your education, but don't become a machine. Have a vision, have an ambition. Believe in yourself and say, I want to become an engineer. I want to be the best businessman. Anything that you want, believe, yes, you can make it. Those of you who will finish your studies and will not have developed the direction, the route of your life, you will end up being like a butterfly that flies around a lamp and eventually falls into the lamp and burns itself. It is said, if you don't know where you are going, you can't get lost. I'm so to very many young people, energetic, literally means you have a chance to fly to your destination. But if you don't know your destination, you'll be going nowhere. So please, just be like me. I came from very humble beginning. I slept on the floor. I had one meal a day, if at all. I didn't know where I went for holidays. I didn't know what to do. But there was one thing. I believed in myself. I believed a way I was experiencing. I had no parents. I lived off charity. But I didn't lose hope. Today, I have more than one pair of shoes. When I was in high school, when I got my pair of shoes, one pair, and I remember I came from Butter Shoe Company. I used to keep them in my suitcase, and I only brought them out on Sundays. And I would polish them, wear them on Sunday. And my friends used to ask me, you have so many shoes. How come they're so nice and new? Little did they know, from me, it was the same pair of shoes. I did not accept to lose dignity in my life because I came from a poor home. In the class, I was either number one or number two. And they used to wonder, how come? And the young people used to spend the pocket money they were given by their parents. They used to go to the town buying things and doing many other things. I sat behind the room, my bed, and I studied. I had nowhere to go. That has not stopped me building for you the largest mall East Africa will ever see. Those of you who don't know, there's a destination called Two Rivers. It's not far from you here. It's on Northern Bypass. Please go and see the wonder of believing. I like also, because you are in school, to tell you, I'm a director of Harvard Business School. Those of you who might want to go to Harvard, I'm sure you'll be looking for me. Yes, you may go to many other schools, But we who went to Harvard believe it is the school that one has to put behind their name. So work hard. It is open to people like you. You have opportunity. They don't weigh you with the bars of gold. They weigh you by the brain you have. They weigh you by the commitments you have. I work with lots and lots of young people like you. Maybe some of your parents and relatives work with me in various businesses which I do. I make Coca-Cola, which I know all of you like drinking, and thank you for drinking my product. I manufacture big pen which you write with, thank you. And for women, I care for your hair, our products, TCB, Miadi, more. And I haven't finished. And for your skin, I have beautiful lotions. Palmer's cocoa butter. I believe in the power of positive thinking. Today here, I sit in African Union Trust Fund, and besides being a director, I'm the treasurer of that board. How do you give up a young man who had nothing, who has no background to write about, to be the treasurer of Africa Trust Fund? It is the power of positive thinking. I have the name DJCK, and why? Because I believe in the power of the youth. I believe the majority in this country of ours is the youth. And if you are not with the youth, you are with the minority. I don't like being with the minority. I like to be with the majority. And the majority is the youth of this nation of ours. So together, we can make a promise to change our nation, Kenya, by each one of us playing their role. Being a good corporate citizen, giving more than receiving. It gives me a lot of pleasure in giving, and not just material giving. It's giving wisdom, it's giving support to your colleagues who want that support. Do the little you can, because maybe the little you can do for your colleague is the best that you can do. So never minimize or measure your goodwill to your colleagues. Just be positive, support your colleagues, give them encouragement when they are down. Because tomorrow they'll be supporting you when you are down. I think Kenya and come next general election, most of you you'll be ready to vote. What kind of leadership are you going to be looking to vote for? Are you going to look for your tribesman from your village? A no good fella, but the fact that he's from your village and he speaks your dialect? Or are you going to look for somebody you believe can make change in your life, in your nation? Please don't be used like tools of trade. I was watching TV the other day and I saw in Burundi, they're having chaos. And the only people I saw throwing stones were the youth. They were out there supporting something some of them did not understand. But they were ready to destroy the future of their country. Please advise your colleagues that your energy is there to help change Africa. Yes, we can make Africa the most admired continent. It is all in our hands. It is our positive thinking. It is for us not to look to be given. We sit back and wait for others to do us favors. Let us be the givers. And when we receive, we must say, thank you very much. Mr. Mwangi, the chairman of this institution, has sacrificed himself is supporting you, and all of us do support him so that we can create a new Kenya. And it does start walking. You need to remain healthy so that you can act and you can do. Not to keep you, listen to you, talk to me, Christians. Don't ask what I ate last night, because I didn't eat anything. I was having a tummy upset, went to bed. I had water. Yes. And by the way, I make that water, which they are drinking and displaying out here, and I hope they're drinking it all the time, not because I'm here, Mrs. Gichoy. It is the best water you can get. Sorry for plugging my commercial. should I ask questions? I would like maybe to allow you guys to let Mrs. Gichoi, you want to take over, and then ask them to feel free. Let me come to know you more, come to know me, because our destination, our road is one. We just have to walk together. And I thank you, and thank you again for letting me address you today.
Shall we give a larger round of applause to Dr. Chris Kirubi? And as practice, we have space for questions for Dr. Kirubi. So we're waiting to see who wants to ask questions. Where are the microphones?
Over here.
Okay, there's one over there.
Yes, my name is Robinson Charles from Malindi branch, and my question to Mr. Kirubi is, how did you build your foundation towards building such a business empire, or if I may say business empires?
Say it again, didn't hear that.
How foundation towards building such a business empire, or if I may say such business empires?
Did you hear the question?
What is he saying?
We still didn't hear the question. I think there's a problem with the microphone. It's very,
My question is, how did you, Mr. Kirubi, lay your foundation to build such business empires? What is your foundation?
How did you lay the foundation to build such a big business empire?
I've heard him asking, how did I begin? How did I begin? That's what you're asking, I guess. Yes. I started very humbly, very full of challenges of life. From poor home, I had sponsors like you. I was lucky, I was sponsored, and I took the opportunity to read. I took opportunity to work very, very hard wherever I worked, and I saved money. And I started to invest wisely. Please, if you are one of those on my website, you will find, I always tell young men, please invest your money. Don't go and buy a car, Mercedes, to show off because you got some cash. Save your money. And if you got an expensive girlfriend and you can't afford her, please change, take us a cheaper one. You got to live by your means, but don't put yourself in a lot of debts. Believe in yourself, and thank you.
I'm Zabulon. I'm Zabulon Ndogwa. My question is, I have heard that you are an entrepreneur. What about if you come with an idea of a business, then you share it with another person, then the person steals your idea? What could you do to such a person? Then my second question is, if you look in our villages, most of those unskilled laborers, street children.
I move slightly away from the mic. Just slightly away.
I was asking if you can look in our places, like in towns, most of the street children are boys, and most of the people who are talking in our country, you can hear they just consider girls most of the times. In future, will there be a time that boys will be considered or they'll be addressed? Thank you.
I think, can you hear me properly? It's because I'm speaking slightly, but actually, what we need to do for the boys, because the street children are largely boys. Is that the question, the way I got it? Something to that effect.
You know, I sat in the board of Nairobi Street Children Board. Today, we support a lot of children who have gone through the streets. Some of them, they are there because of desperation. Others are there because they are spoiled and they run away from their homes. Others have been introduced to drugs by bad guys, and we try very hard to educate them. Obviously, they keep on mushrooming in the streets, but we have not to give up. We have to continue supporting. We have to put, many companies do, support, even without talking about it, support the desperate children. And maybe if somebody can come closer here and speak away from the mic, maybe I can even hear you better, because personally, the echoes on the back here are very high. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Trevor.
Now we want you to ask, let's have the first four, okay, and Chris will respond to them. The one who is speaking is where? So that
My name is Kelvin from Nairobi School, and my question is this. I was reading another book where the great Kenyan men were featured, and I saw that your investments cover a very wide area of a wide range in the economy. And I was asking that I don't know how you started with the capital you started, but if I started manufacturing with about, let's say, a capital of 100,000 shillings, how would I go about it, considering that that money can't be enough to rent a factory, get material, register my company, and register myself for intellectual property rights. Thank you.
Yes, and I think largely the curiosity, where did you start? Where did you start? From Form 2 upwards, where did you start? Yes, next.
Hi, my future leaders.
Hi.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Chris Kirubi, for the program and the initiative you started, for the one you say, Ask Kirubi. Surely you've proven that an old man sitting on a log can see further than a young man who is standing. And my question is, what are you doing so that you can increase the access to the information? Thank you. I'm Hannah from Loreto Kiambu Girls.
Yes, thank you. Yes, down here.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm James Wagi from Jobe High School, and mine is just to give is just a comment. Mr. Chris Kirobe, it is a very fine moment you have given unto me. This is because in my class, there's someone known as Alfactor. Every time we have a discussion with him about you, Mr. Chris Kirobe, the greatest businessman. Chris Kirobe is a very good fine moment. You have Mr. Chris Kirobe, you are Mr. Chris Kirobe, you have really encouraged.
Yes, let him make a statement.
You have really encouraged me because you came from a poor background and now you are a millionaire. I believe that I come from a poor background, the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you.
May God bless you all. May God bless you.
Yes.
My name is Arikom.
We shall talk later. The question here.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, ask. I'm pointing at you now.
Hi, everybody. My name is
The way I'm speaking.
Business, because we see that most people start their businesses and then their business will start deteriorating, they will run away from their business. And so my question is, at what age specifically did you start your business? And another question is, what are some of the strategies that you have put in place to ensure that your business is running well?
Possibly, Chris, you can respond to those ones because a lot of them seem like you revolve around where did you start, and all that.
I really apologize because the echoes in this place are very big. Try to correct it. Somebody asked about he has only 100,000 or 10,000 shillings for business, and how does he, with the rest of the requirement for the business? There are institutions called good. If you have done business idea, you will always find somebody to sponsor you. Much easier now than before. Today, the government has even supported us. There's a lot of money supporting the youth. And you can find money. Idea is the king. Just get your idea right. And you can get money. Me, somebody there, the young lady talked about it. I have up to FM, do community anytime. Access to information. There's a lot of material these days. The Google world, you can get any information better than, so it is possible. There's nothing you want that you can't find these days. And I hope you believe in technology because that is the most tool. When doing business, as early as I could walk to school with something to eat, I tried to offer it for sale to somebody who had cash. I went without my lunch, but I got some cash. I kept to today. I save. If I go out with people who want to spend and spend, I tell them I'm not well, I'm going home. I like to save, I don't like to waste money. You can't be rich. 1,000 bob cannot be 1,000 bob if 1 shilling is missing. It is not easy to become what they call a billionaire. A billion, million, unthinkable. You can't think about it. It can only come with the will and the power of God. You must believe in God, but said about it. You got to believe in your Almighty. Yes.
Yes. Now we are here. To exhaust these four fast, and then I'll go up there. Let's exhaust here.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Dr. Faith from Enomatasiani, and actually I don't have just hard work. And so I would just like to thank you and thank you very much. The people who know you before can now notice that everything is working for you. It's just because you knew who you are and you believed in yourself and actually did hard work to reach where you are. So I would just like to thank you and thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that comment. Next, and it is one question each.
Good evening, scholar.
Good evening.
From Kabale, and my question is, because you are director of many companies, what kind of education did you get from the university to be director of many courses? No, be director of many companies.
Thank you very much. Next.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Jerry from Girls High School. KCSE.
You have kept the mic too far.
Okay, what did you get in your KCSE? Which university did you go to and what course did you take? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm Liberata Wangui from the Missouri branch of Girls High School. And I would like to ask who educated you, and I also want to thank you very much and to congratulate you for your success.
Question number 3.
Thank you. And finally, from that floor.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Mine is not a question, but it's a request that you give me a chance after everyone has spoken to give an overall vote of thanks, because I believe he's the last speaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
A vote of thanks, but not a lecture. Eh? You have used overall. So we are done.
I'm here.
They sound fairly the same, so we can add that gentleman there.
Here, please.
Yes. No, I'm pointing there so that we can go systematically.
We are Jacob from Loda Boys High School. Question number 1. What was the main reason why you come up with the capital radio? Question number 2.
The voices of the boys are too strong again.
What was the main reason to come up with the capital radio? Question number 2. How do you manage the capital radio, because some stations like West FM and Mata FM are not improving? Question number 3. What kind of advice do you give some young entrepreneurs like me who have to enroll in business courses? Thank you very much.
That's on fast forward. Capital.
I am Mudhoni Wilson from Moranga Branch, Lenana School.
Thank you again. Oh, I had finished. Okay, that is the last one from that side, yes?
Mudhoni Wilson from Moranga Branch, Lenana School. To Chris Kirubi. My question is, to do business, you need knowledge in business. And here, I'm not able to read business, because whenever I think about business, whenever I read about 2 lines, I start fantasizing with money. When I read about circles, I begin forming circles within me. When I see a chapati drawn on the book, I think of beginning a hotel business. How do you do this? Do you really need business education to do this? Thank you.
Now can you summarize that question?
Okay.
Ask the question directly, softly.
My question is, can you do business when you don't have business education?
Thank you. Complete. Thank you.
Here, please.
Now from there, he will respond to those ones, and then I'll go across there. Please welcome.
Thank you, all of you. I personally believe I need 1 week with you guys so that we can talk about every single thing. Somebody said I'm at a company, I didn't know even 1/4 of what I do. But you can find it all in the digital world. You know, I do so many things myself. I wake up at night. I sleep about 5 hours only a day. I work. I don't go out for lunch. I don't have Saturday. I don't have Sunday. For me, life, my holiday is at my work. I'm always on holiday because I love what I do. I ended up studying, besides going to many universities, I'll bore you. I finished studying at Harvard Business School. And that's why this young man is talking about studying business. You have one of the best schools at Harvard. So you got to go to the best to learn the best way. Half the business is the interaction between the practitioners and the theoretician. At Harvard, we did very many case studies. And eventually we meet the persons describing or described in the case studies, and told us what they did besides what we thought he should have done. So you need to do that. Now, thank you very much. The best do I do? We young people very committed to Capital FM. I have very many young people who never worked anywhere else. We tune people and I support them and make them give their best. So as you will hear more and more of our artists on air, they just come to my digital site. They are not anywhere else. But I believe in them and I give them freedom to do their thing. So we mentor each other and we grow. I think finally it was just the business. What you need to do business, you need to study. Eventually, you are on very basic education. You have to finish that before you go to specialization. So just focus, keep reading materials as much as you can while doing the normal education until you have a chance to specialize in what you want to do. But business also has some natural gift. You can teach education in business, but they can't run one single business. So it's not just knowing, it's being a practitioner. So I hope you are on the side of being a practitioner, not on the side of just studying the theory of business, which is much easier. Thank you very much.
The last round, and if a question has been asked and answered, don't ask it again. Eh? Across there.
Okay, my name is Trevor.
Across there, where I am pointing, yes.
Yeah. Trevor Kiplagat from Lenana School. And I want to say this is such a great opportunity for us to have such a distinguished guest like you, Mr. Kirubi. We are very privileged. Now, we heard that the chairman of Capital Media Group, Hako Tiger Brands International House Limited, Smart Applications International Limited, Nairobi Bottlers and DHL Worldwide Express and many other companies, the director of Centum, many companies. When I heard that the person who is all over the business empire, the person doing insurance, manufacturing, and many other fields in business, I just wanted to ask one question. Which field in business will you encourage people like us young entrepreneurs like us. Let me say I'm an aspiring you, and I wanted to know which line would you encourage me to get into? Thank you so much.
Which line of business would you want to encourage him to get into? And get straight to the question so that we can have many more of you asking. Yes?
My name is Byron Onduru, Alliance High School, and Mr. James Mwaria speaking said that Mr. Kiri, the major shareholder of Two Rivers Mall. My question is, were you involved in conceiving the whole idea of Two Rivers Mall? And if yes, what niche in the Kenyan market did you spot to come up with the mall?
Thank you. Next.
Represent the River Branch, St. Lucia Girls High School. And my question to you, sir, is what do you think of the government involvement in business as a businessman?
What do you think about the government? What do you think of the government involving itself in business? Yes, next.
Cynthia Idania Girls. My question is, how do radio presenters get money in order to continue with the running of the business? And I was requesting if I can have some
radio
presenters get money in order to continue with the running of the radio. Then another question is, I was requesting I can offer some voluntary work in the Coca-Cola bottlers company.
She wants voluntary work. And the first one, how do radio presenters get enough money to continue being in business? I think she means the owners of the radio stations. How do they get money to continue being in business? Next.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My question is, since to Mr. Kirubi, since you are born up to an extent that you are venturing to become the greatest global, what is the greatest challenge that you have ever faced and how did you manage it? Thank you.
Your greatest challenge and how you managed it. Next.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Beryl, Alliance Girls. Does the government offer financial support to upcoming entrepreneurs whose enterprise is legally registered?
Does who? Does
the government offer financial support to upcoming entrepreneurs whose enterprise is legally registered?
Whose enterprises?
Legally registered.
Legally registered?
Yeah.
Does the government offer support to entrepreneurs? Yes?
Evelyn Aviambo from the Alliance Girls High School, Bondo Branch. What guidelines do you follow when choosing a product to present to the market in the entrepreneurial world?
Again, and talk softly, the way I am speaking, the way I'm talk softly and slowly. We are old men with CK.
What guidelines do you follow when choosing a product to present to the market in the entrepreneurial world?
Okay, thank you.
I am Diana Wedimo, Alliance Girls, and my question is, how was Mr. Chris made the director of Harvard?
How?
How was the speaker made the director of Harvard?
How was he made the director? I think Chris needs to explain who is the director of a company. And you can start from there.
Right. Maybe now with all of you and keep talking. Choice. How do you choose what business to be in? You got to do your background study before you get into anything. You better find what are the competitors in that area doing. And if you find there is a window where there is a very weak presentation, then that sounds like business that you should go for. So I believe you have to study the opportunity and chances for your success. As for me now, I think I've broken the threshold. I get a lot of people coming to me with their and say, this looks good, this I can do, this I can't do. And they impressed, somebody mentioned the smart application. This is my technology business, which I started some years ago. And today I manage medical schemes for all companies. And some of you, your parents may have medical scheme where they work. And I'm sure you have a medical card where you use biometric to recognize yourself. I'm sure you've seen that when you go to hospitals. I don't talk about because it's such a big power, but I let it go. But somebody talked about it. I love it, of it. Yes, my life is in that business, Two Rivers. I'm very involved in the design, in the concept, and totally immersed in what comes out of it. It's a project worth very many billions of shillings. So take care of. I do hope all of you will grace that destination. It will be something for you to wonder. I'm thinking I might even bring the dolphins in that woodwinds in government in business. Government is not bad to be involved in business as long as they are not messing around with the business. They should leave business to the business people. They can invest in business. They can own shares in business and leave business to be done, to be directed by business people. And please, those of you who are parents who are in government, just tell them what I've said. I hope they are seeing it on the streaming. Somebody talked about challenges. Yes, I've had many challenges, but all I find, I call them obstacles, and the obstacles are to be conquered. I never allow something to put me down. Allow direction to be changed. I find the solution. If you do not give up, if you continue believing in what you are doing, you can overcome the challenge. Hope, all of you, you do have challenges. But please, keep on, believe in yourself, believe in the solution, and eventually you will conquer. I think the Bible teaches a lot of those things. Government does offer a lot of support. There are programs to support, to finance the youth. And that when you get to start to do business, you will find a lot of opportunities in business. Right now, I think you should focus in getting your idea. Somebody asked me, how do I choose products to launch? Yes. Again, it's the same thing like other business. You study the opportunity. If you see the girls are having hair which not well kept, it is an opportunity for you to produce a shampoo that they can use and their hair will shine. That is a business. So look, where is the demand? Who wants What? Can you find constant demand? And then, please, figure out how to make a real product that will support that person. Don't make fake product like some of these counterfeits which come here to us from some of the countries. I don't want to mention them. Let us make anything but the quality. Some of my products I produce, I sign them. I say, this is the product I promised you, ladies. And I'm sure here many ladies will vouch for me. Miadi. How many have used Miadi products? All beautiful women use Miadi. Because it's a quality product. I'm still trying to find out what men want. Simply because they wash with Lifebuoy soap and they put on their clothes and they are out of the door going wherever they are going. But we must find something that will make them stay back in their bathroom and do something to their skin. Yes, somebody said, I'm director of Harvard. Yes, I hope you heard me. I was appointed after I spent 3 years studying there. 2 years ago, I was asked, would you mind being one of our global directors? I thought I was reading a miracle. Miracles sometimes do happen. Harvard is a very conservative place. I'm the only black man who can say I was a director of Harvard. By the way, I've received 2 honors from the French government. 2 of the last one, which are being bestowed very soon in a week's time, is one of the highest they can offer to any citizen who is not a French person. And it's miracle. I also this year won global engineer about it. So miracles do who believe in themselves. As I leave you, I want you to believe in yourself and say, yes, it can happen. When Barack Obama became president of the United States, nobody black man can be a director of the United States. Said, yes, we can. Went ahead to win. And he won a second term. And he's coming to visit us in Kenya. And he was in Tanzania nearly 2 years ago. He invited me to have dinner with him in Tanzania. And I'm not coming. If you want dinner with me, come to Kenya. I hope my government will allow me to have dinner with him because it is an outstanding dinner. Thank you.
I now want you to convert your question to a vote of thanks. Breathe in and out. And so that we have had adequate tips on where to start and how to sustain the road to success. So we beg, we stop at that. So
yes,
you will.
Okay. Good afternoon, my fellow scholars. My name is.
Come and tell them. He says the questions which he has not answered here, ask him via capital FM. Is that okay? And when you ask, say you are a Wings to Fly scholar and you mentored us during the 6th annual Congress. All right? Thank you. Thank you. Yes?
Okay, good afternoon once again, my fellow scholars.
Good afternoon.
My name is Nicholas Kemangari from Muranga branch, Vedaga Boys High School. Okay, I would like to take this chance to give a vote of thanks to our guest speaker today. Okay, thank you for taking your precious time to come and talk to us. We really appreciate it. And we hope that by the next coming years, we shall be able to convert Africa a global success to just go back to your daily businesses. Thank you, and we are very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, so grateful of gracing this Congress. You have heard it from the scholars. You have seen the interest in you and in what you do. And I can assure you, 20 years to come, you will have converted these scholars, a number of them, into Chris Kirubis. And we are very grateful when we use our bundles, when we use our beak, when we use the other products, we shall permanently appreciate that you took time to step back. Thank you very much. Helen, do you want to say?